Another day on the road begins. This is really impressive to see the Sports Authorities complex where Neeraj Chopra, the gold medal winner, practiced. But that happiness did not even end more than 5 minutes. As soon as I crossed there, I had a heartbreaking scene. Thousands of farmers from Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, they were clearly seen. Each and every district of Punjab and from each district, at least 3-4 groups. This stretch, I had no idea how far I had to cycle to see the Singhu border where farmers were demanding their rights. We cannot call them they were fighting, but they were sitting and demanding their rights. Groups of various organizations, different farmers' unions, they all gathered at the same place asking for the same. I started listening to someone speaking in Tamil over the stage, along with a translator. But every meter that I went forward, traffic was getting stronger, and I had to literally wait at different places to get the traffic cleared, even if I was on a cycle. This was not the picture of farmers' strike before coming here in my mind, and I'm pretty sure that most of you who watch this must not have imagined. You can just see the length by which I'm going. On my both sides, left as well as right, you will find nothing but farmers, and they are all settled down there to feed not only the farmers but also every individual who comes across their tents. That is something phenomenal, we must say. Their service mentality. Every now and then I started getting clarity of what they speak, and the voice was getting closer and louder. However, this bumper to bumper traffic made me to wait long, and this was a sudden change soon after the flyover that leads to the express highway. This queue of vehicle goes approximately 4.5 to 5 kilometers, and this is only one part of the group, I must say. There is one more segment in India, quite close to Delhi, where people have settled down there to asking for the same. This was a pretty long queue of vehicles, and I had to find an option to go close to the stage so that I could see the farmers. I could see the stage. I could even see the speakers. I took some shortcut and just went in. And I reached in a short span of time, and I heard them shouting the slogans, asking them to withdraw the bills that are passed without the concern of public. And we still call ourselves as a democratic country where democracy has no respect given by passing laws without the concerns. And I felt it really interesting. Even the farmers from other states were ready to shout the slogans that are recited by farmers from Tamil Nadu. No media, no live recording. There was no rush of those channel vans with those satellite machines. I should say this is the most peaceful way of communicating with the government. And the irony is that they have been labeled as extremists. This is a national integration of farmers, and I think that the lack of awareness and having idea about the farmers, people from other states may not be coming forward. I'm seriously planning to convey the message that is related to the farmers as early as possible. Coming here, seeing them, interacting with them, spending time with people from different parts of India, sitting for the same cause, was something beyond explanation. Hopefully, everything comes to the normal track, and I wish all the farmers get back to their homes with a happy face as soon as possible. No farmers, no food. That's what the captions I have seen everywhere I traveled, behind the cars, on trucks. Today I got a first-hand experience of what does it mean. If these many farmers are coming together, the common sense has to work for everyone that something is fishy behind the plan of our existing government. The time has come for us to open our eyes and think about it wisely. Visiting this place has given me a double boosting energy to push forward, and I started to move back towards the same peripheral express highway which I was supposed to catch up. The time was approximately 3 o'clock. Still, the sun was at its fiercest form. Even though it was extremely hot outside, I had no thought patterns regarding the power of heat, because my subconscious mind was always running behind the life of those farmers. If this is the situation of the farmers who has a bit of land, I was thinking about the rest of the farmers. I have read somewhere that about 50% of Indian farmers' occupancy of the land is extremely small, which is going to be a problem once these laws are passed. It will become just like a luxury. We always say luxuries of the past have become necessities of today, and the opposite is going to happen soon. The necessities of today are going to be the luxurious part of our future based on what the existing government is doing. I kept on moving. condition of the street children, people moving around, has become better once the farmers started living over there. Every day, millions of Indians are fed free by all the farmers who are at Singhu and the other border. That itself says their service mentality. At the same time, one must check the living conditions. You can see how close they are to dengue and malaria. They're still taking the risk while others are busy in their skyscrapers. This has given me enough motivation, energy, and fuel to travel all over India. I started getting closer to the flyover that leads me to the express highway. I've been through that highway for a few times while going to Kerala earlier. I know about the road that it has 120 kilometers of speed limit for the cars, 100 for trucks. Luckily, until evening, that road doesn't have frequent traffic. However, at night it becomes heavy. My plan was to move at least up to Ghaziabad, and I reached the flyover. Now I have to go up and catch up the track. Getting into that road was quite easy, as you can see just above us, the flyover. Entering Express Highway was another experience, back to the memories, I should say. And I kept on moving as long as possible. I was totally away from the traffic, all the noise pollution which I had in the morning as well as yesterday. All in a sudden, I felt like I was in a different planet. On both sides of this express highway, you can see the greeneries. The farmers have shown their skills in an artistic way. This highway is quite famous for specialities of solar paneling, drip irrigation system they follow. And this has been here for a few years and still maintains the quality of the roads with 6 lanes. And that's the shortcut for us to reach Agra without entering the traffic problems in Delhi. This shall take directly to Noida. From there, you can easily catch up the Jamuna Express highway. That's what I'm planning. This policeman has rewritten my perspective about policemen. Totally cooperative, very down to earth.
केरल तो पूरा ग्रीनरी है, पूरा का पूरा। हाँ हाँ, आपने मुझे बहुत हेल्प किया।
भाई नहीं हो गया यार तुम, और ये तो हमारा काम है भाई, आपकी सेवा करना।
नहीं एक्चुअली ना, नॉर्मली पुलिस बोले तो सभी को, कुछ पुलिस वालों के वजह से पुलिस बोले तो रेस्पेक्ट कम हो गए थे, बट आपके जैसे कुछ लोग हैं देखो, वो अभी भी पुलिस का ओरिजिनल सर्विस माइंड है।
बशीर भाई देखो, हम लोगों का भी परिवार है। हाँ। अपना जैसे घर में होता है परिवार, सब लोगों की एक आदत नहीं होती, सब तरह के होते हैं और सबके साथ एडजस्ट करना पड़ता है।
आप ये पूरा दिन इसी गर्मी में बहुत मेहनत,
यही है अपना।
तो ये है मेरा पहला ऑटोग्राफ, आप हो गए मेरा पहला फैन।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
Today I realized that there are 2 types of government servants. On the one hand, in the morning, I saw some servants, the so-called uneducated politicians, taking advantage of the citizens' farmlands And on the other hand, I just met Nitin Kumar, a policeman from Uttar Pradesh, who has become a very close friend in short span of time. He guided me to reach Ghaziabad and also asked me to settle down so that I could go tomorrow accordingly, when the sun is also going to have its time to show the other end of the earth. Just before going to bed, I visited a temple quite close to this main highway. Spent around 5 to 10 minutes sitting in that garden watching the sunset, and it was a time for me to go to bed. Finally, the time has come to start the real journey. After tomorrow, after Agra, I hope everything is going to be peaceful. The mission starts tomorrow. Good night.